There we go. All right. Continuing the theme of having a week off work, we're playing The First Tree, which is a game I've had on my backlog for ages. Shouldn't take too long, probably 2 hours. But yeah, it's like a story-driven game, and you get to play a fox, so it's not to love. What does the fox say? This is all made by one guy as well.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried.
I can double jump.
Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
So that's it for the narration then. It's all, we're playing through his recounting of the events. Oh no! How do I interact?
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Right, who do we kill?
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
The first tree. Is it that thing in the distance? This has a lot of vibes, like
Fox
Journey.
looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
It's funny because you are behind her, it's third person. There's these other points of light. Oh, they're not actual balls of light then, it's the reflections off the snow, that's cool. Let's check over here. Table and chairs. What's this? Play area.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my
Just
class
dug
what
up a
helped
ship.
pass the time and distracted me. So I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully.
Yeah, you can get on the
as I walked
slide.
into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
So is there just lots of points that you have to dig up?
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
Train.
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. I chop down trees and I work all day. This feels like it needs a sprint mode and I want to be faster. Dig up the shit.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They
Tank.
made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his
Big
best
tank.
guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
Skyrim physics
I'm
up the hill.
sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Go up any of the other ridges? What's up here? Oh, there's an invisible wall. Come on, Fox. Yeah, you can't get up anymore. At least there's no fall damage. What glowy bit should we go for next? There's a bit straight down here. Wall. There's almost too much to do in this section. Like, glowy bits disappeared. I'm going to go for that one. Sound design's good though, it's just footsteps and stuff. Why did that bit glow and then stop glowing? I missed it. Hey. Look at APV. They're going to be like some heavy war themes in this, I'm guessing. Not seen any more of my children. Box. that way.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother
It's like
when
a
I'm happy by
kid's
myself?
drawing.
I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know?
No shit.
There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
That area is still glowing, even though I couldn't do anything. Just keep going. It's a long way to the tree. Snow's gone. It's cool how he's done the butterflies.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me. He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck,
Super
throwing beer
fast.
bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
It's clear where to go now, so police car. Doesn't trigger anything, so Water Lake. Oh, we've got butterflies. They give us a super jump. Whee! Right, so we can do double jumps and like super jumps with butterflies. Get me to jump down, isn't it? Whee! Alright, we've got a lot more butterflies now. So. Where's that gone? Ah. There's another one. Do a double jump with a butterfly. Sploosh. That was supposed to do. I can zoom the camera in and out. So we're going to need some butterflies. Should we go over this ridge? We need 3 lots of butterflies, so you need to stack them. Okay, alright, that makes it a bit harder. You can't jump after getting each one, so you'd have to get that one first. And then that one. Okay, yeah. Two lots of butterflies. You've got to go up the Pride Rock and drop down because you can't jump onto the rock to get the third set. Okay.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Oh, I got it, yeah. Cool, so we've beaten some emotional block that we had.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Did I just yeet myself into oblivion? Let's get back. Is this the tree, or is this just a tree?
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out.
A knife.
For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it.
Oh, he carved the tree.
But I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in my old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study
Oh, there it is.
architecture in Seattle.
Joseph.
I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
Random gravestone.
Stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
$50 stars. Hit prey. Where are you pitching? That's it up there. What's this thing? Got it. There's one other bit before we go down the dark path. There's a few more stars to get back here. Might have to Skyrim physics this one.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
See what's about. Oh, this is the path I was on. So I've got to sneak through here somewhere and go somewhere. We could have kept going rather than jumping up. Shit. beams of light up there. Can we hop over that way? Let's get onto that. So close. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now. There's some other platform I need to bow at. It could be right at the beginning where we had that the right turn I could have taken, and then I came back. Not seeing any other points of reference. I don't know why this has a walking mode. It's taking ages. If there was like a stealth section, it would make sense. There we go, there's the other beam. So I did have to go that way. Gotta go some bumps. Just one minute you don't get over it, next minute like yeet, just double jump. So now what does that do? It was like a bramble section, maybe that gives way now.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real, growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
What's this one? I'm gonna head back to the tree. Yeah, see the brambles have gone.
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Is that a wolf? Who's eaten another of my cubs? I'm gonna fucking tear his heart out. Ah! I'm going for this fucking wolf now, he's going down. didn't have these like piano overtures playing, these sections would be way too long. It just forces you to like overwhelm all your senses and just sort of take it in.
Just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Thanks. We're not going to bed until we've eaten wolf. We go up on the ridge. Fades to black.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Do.
You know what it's
Expecto
like.
Patronum!
And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it gave me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself.
So running off.
I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared? I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. life got worse and worse. And at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words. I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling. The wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
So that's when we're chasing the doe.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself FBI, open up! Where any hopeful road
Gilbert,
leads to. There may
you
be
ruined a
things
nice
in
moment.
it that always leads to the same
Gilbert played
thing.
FBI
How are you
open
doing?
up for 0.
What's that?
Family.
Gilbert says.
I'm so
Greetings.
glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
So, if you've just joined, we've basically gone on a journey looking for our children. One of them was eaten right at the start. The second one we've just found eaten, and then right nearby was a wolf. We chased after the wolf, and then we ended up in some cosmic hellscape where we had to chase after a Patronus. We've now just arrived at what looks like a deer sanctuary.
What is this game that looks so bad?
The first tree. It's basically Stray, but instead of a cat, you're a fox. Come back. No, I'm gonna bite their ankles. Need to find the weak ones.
Fox Sim would totally dig it.
No. Looks like this is where we've got to go. It's quite linear, like you've just pushed along, and then as you go along there's lots of things that sort of unlock the next area. There's no combat as yet.
Don't kill deer frown.
Sorry. $90. Now, I thought this game was all about the tree because it's literally the titular the name of the game. But we've gone past the tree, so we're just on a mission to kill a fox, or not a fox, a wolf. We've got one child left, hopefully. Otherwise I'll be making some more foxes. But you didn't know foxes could double jump.
Soundtrack is kind of melancholic.
Yeah, it's a bit bittersweet.
I bet it's one of those games with a soul-crushing ending.
Yeah, I mean it is already. We've just had 2 of our kids die. There's only 1 left. I bet we'll get there. The wolf will have eaten the 3rd kid, and then it'll eat us.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was.
No, we're dead.
Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
So we didn't go past the first tree, then we just went past some generic tree. Yeah, I got 100 stars. Yeah, this whole game was made by one guy, like just in his bedroom. It's pretty insane. Just taught himself how to use Unity and then produced this. I think it's Unity. I've been Unreal.
BTW, have you seen the Dead Space remake? It looks so delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I played the first Dead Space and the second and third. I'm not sure if the remake's going to be better or worse, to be honest, but yeah, I don't know. I've been watching my friend Rab play through, like, for the first time.
Nightbot says,
You can change your TDS voice here. Web link.
Give you a shout out. We'll give Rab a shout out as well.
Oh, those amazing jumps.
You've got to drink your juice now, come on. It'll make you big and strong.
Gilbert says,
Geez, that was ages ago.
That's what I love about clips. You get these, like, ancient little moments in time. Nothing else up
Yo,
here.
Rain.
Nightbot says,
9 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and unlock new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
I've lost a follower and a subscriber today. What did I do wrong? Probably streaming Fox content instead of hacking. Well, tough shit.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there.
Jesus Christ.
My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have.
Gilbert says.
He was having a
I'm
crisis.
here for the fox cause I
I
suck
pretty
at
much
hacking.
spit in his face.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I mean, I'm off work anyway, so there's zero chance of me doing work-related activity. Like, it's the whole point, is that I get to relax and do shit that I want to do. So, if you don't like it, you can fuck off. There's a house.
But I like you.
Oh, thanks, mate. Fuck, do we get up to the house? Nice casual bit of deforestation. I'd say there's got to be a star somewhere. Skyrim physics it up here. Oh, invisible wall, of course. Oh, it's a lumber mill, it's not a house. That's a house though, let's go down there. And it's got stars, so this is definitely the way.
Christy says.
Christy!
Adidas.
Translated from Spanish.
How's it going?
Originals.
Maybe this isn't the way to go, it's just a random house.
Gilbert says.
Nike.
Nike.
Translated from German. Christy says.
Hello, smile.
This is the Skyrim Physics Simulator 2022.
At Gilbert, sorry, the ad was about Adidas.
Oh.
Gilbert says,
Oh.
How are you, Christy? I have no idea if this is the way you're supposed to go. It's the way we're going. Is that the first tree? Usually you see like these big beams of light if you go in the right way.
Christy says,
So tired, Mike, in making circles in my head.
Why is that? What have you been up to? That looks like a star. I have to yeet off the ridge at some point. Oh, hospital bed.
In which direction should I start? Just finished work and all of man, it feels I escaped from Gulag.
I say I'm off work this week, so I can't. I don't share your pain.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid.
Who wants rum
Didn't want
capers
to ask
XC?
about his lumberyard. I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Right, this has got to be the last tree. We've been running towards a tree most of the time that we've been playing because it's literally the title of the game. It never seems to actually be the last one. Oh, motherfucker, you killed my third pup.
In the distance, the first tree
Is it
illuminated
always the
the
first one?
wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore.
Interesting concept.
Gilbert
She
says,
did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
Christy says,
Wait, what?
Gilbert says.
I knew it.
The wolf ate our last child. Now we have to ask the tree to bring life back to the world.
The tree will deny it.
That motherfucking tree, I'm cutting it down. And then I'm going to use it to make a sword that I'm going to impale that wolf on it. If it'll deny me life, then I'll use it for the implements of death.
Christy says.
Party parrot.
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
But bullshit. Life is a part of death, yeah, but not if you're a 3-week-old cub. Burn this fucking tree to the ground. First tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants her to tell her children. She replies back and says,
Gilbert says.
Kill tree.
what should we say to the first tree?
Bring pups back.
Anything else?
Or I will cause a forest fire. That will wipe out all your species.
I don't know what that actually does.
Perfect.
Oh, the controller's going nuts.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a
Question
dream,
mark.
a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams.
Did my
normally
fox
bring
just
back
disappear?
to me
What
so
the
many
fuck?
important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
It was all a dream. It wasn't even that, it was the recounting of a dream.
Christy says,
Who is Rachel and Joseph?
Joseph's the one narrating, and then he's basically explaining the dream that he had to his wife Rachel.
Gilbert says,
I don't like this game.
Christy says,
I'm so confused, Mike.
I mean, you're not the only one. I've got no idea what's going on either. Now we're a man fox. Oh, there's Rachel. Get up, you lazy cow. Can't even interact with anything. We look outside and there's like a fox or a wolf. How do I...
So we are humans or cats?
I think I'm a human now, but I can't do anything.
Gilbert says,
You could be a bipedal fox.
Yeah, I'm an anthropomorphic fox, that's what I am.
Christy says,
Are you still sleeping?
Guess I can't turn the light on. I can zoom in. Maybe we have to look at something. Outer junk. My wife.
Gilbert says,
Try wife.
It's not doing anything. I can't even double jump.
Christy says,
Maybe wake up the wife.
Oh god, that's freaky. Certificate of Appreciation.
Oh man, you certified.
I've got my sis. Where? There's no like wolf, fox or anything.
100% I do approve this game.
Oh, there we go.
Gilbert says,
I don't.
Christy says,
Try doorknob.
Yeah, I had to touch the knob.
Gilbert says,
That's usually how it works, Zero.
Although it's not. Okay. Just like mash random buttons until it does something. Is there a mirror? There is, but I can't see myself. Can't go for a deuce.
Christy says,
Map?
Yeah, there's no map. I can't double jump anymore either. The wife's like, where the fuck are you going at this hour? We could go that way or down. Oh look, I can run now. Run.
Gilbert says,
Real game starts now, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the fox bit was just the introduction. Rando 10.
Christy says,
Pick that. Axe.
Don't think I can. There. I've got like some hobos living next door to my house. Let's go this way.
Gilbert says,
Time to avenge Fox and kill some wolves.
Yeah. No trespassers. Okay, so this is my house when I saw these gates and stuff. Yeah. This is so bizarre. Junk and shit.
Very accessible place to live.
Christy says,
Are there zombies in this game?
I don't know, I haven't seen any yet.
Why is there a truck in our yard?
I guess I've moved in. Can't go down the hill.
Gilbert says.
Wife could be Zombo.
Yeah. Get the axe.
Christy says.
And driver just gave you the truck?
Really do. Oh, there we go. We've decided to get in the tent.
More tools in the tent.
What the hell?
Come here, you piece of shit. Oh, no, it's the fox. Come here.
Lottykins says.
Hello.
Hello.
Christy says.
Here he sleeps when wife mad.
Yeah, exactly. Get out in the frozen tent, you bastard.
Hello, Lottie.
Gilbert says.
Hey, Lottie.
Well, day came really quick.
Christy says.
Colours?
Lottykins says.
Hey, Christy and Gilbert.
Stop running away and let me love you.
Christy says.
Music I do like.
Lottykins says.
What's the aim of the game?
You have to catch the fox. Before you can catch the fox, you have to learn about how the fox had its 3 children brutally massacred by a wolf in its sort of long adventure to find the first tree. When we got to the first tree, it asked us what we wanted from the world. And then when we told it what we wanted, it turned us into dust and we woke up.
It looks ethereal. Or poor fox.
Christy says.
I think you are the wolf, and fox is running from
I'm
you.
gaining on it. Come here. Yeah, we're the wolf. We're gonna kill it.
This human is rather low.
Maybe we're gonna become the fox.
Nightbot says.
You can change your TDS voice here. Weblink.
Catch it.
Gilbert says.
I think the main character is the tree.
Christy says.
We overtook
White
it.
fox.
I thought I was like merging into its eyes then, like I'm about to become it. The first tree.
Lottykins says.
Ride it.
What is this?
A tree.
Gilbert says.
The Earth Tree.
It's an ent. It's gonna stand up and smack you about.
Nightbot says.
9 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and
Don't worry about the bad things in life. Cherish the good things and remember the smiles when you cry in sadness.
Lottykins says.
Is the fox a ghost?
Oh. It's the babies.
Gilbert says.
Oh no.
Christy says.
Oh man, you are the tree?
No, I'm not the tree, I'm the man.
Lottiekin says.
I'm so confused.
We all are. It's part of the journey.
Christy says.
Carrot.
Gilbert says.
Carrot.
So we license the music. This is like one of the... because this guy basically made this on his own. It's like when you made PowerPoints at school for the first time and you have this like endless credit sequence. And it's all just your name.
You have to
Loads and
make
loads of
an
times.
explain/dissected video easy now.
Lottiekin says.
You can play
The
this
foxes
again.
are obviously spirits, as they were brutally massacred.
Yeah, well the baby ones are. Would you like to anonymously submit your statement to the first tree to an online moderated database? No. Oh, which one's the selection? The green or the white? Oh god. That was it. Yeah, you can play again. You can do like a... So if you do a new game...
Wait, what?
Gilbert says.
Bad ending acquired.
Yeah. I don't know if there is another ending.
Lottiekin says.
You killed the mother, didn't you?
You need to, like a sequel to this game, you can play as the wolf.
Christy says.
I'm not sure about the wife as well.
So you can play again, but with commentary on, and then the guy who made the game will explain like what happens as you
You
go.
awake? I thought I heard you get up.
We're not going to do that. Right, that's another game off my list. It's only 2 hours long.
Lottiekin says.
Explain the drugs he was on.
Just all of them. All the drugs. He lives in the wilderness, probably just chomping on mushrooms.
No, you had to play it again. I didn't see.
Well, you can watch the VOD.
Christy says.
Wait. Was that the end?
Yeah, that's it. Just the fox is dead and walks off. Let me see, I don't know if there is an alternate ending.
Lottiekin
Endings...
says.
I feel very unsatisfied.
There is a hidden ending in this game at Chapter 6, which the father of Joseph reveals his true feelings about his son.
Gilbert says.
Stray was better.
Christy says.
So human died as well.
No, I don't think the human died, he just found the tree. So... to watch the alternate ending, you have to collect every collectible. There's 150 stars, 16 excavation items, 5 hidden items.
Camera went up. So his spirit lifted and the sky.
Yeah. Arriving at the final chapter, don't go into the tent. Follow the fox. No, sorry. Arriving at the final chapter, go into the tent, follow the fox downhill, but turn left at the lake and don't follow the fox. You'll want to find the buried secret box with the shovel left of the lake following the red path. As you reach the place with the shovel, interact with it, enjoy the ending. If you missed any star excavation item, this place is empty. Ah. So I'd have to like 100% complete the game to get that ending. So yeah, so what have I knocked off my list? First tree's done. I've got Super Mario World 2 to play, so we'll probably play that in a minute. I'm just going to take a quick break. Might as well raid someone in the meantime, because it would be like, what, 30 minutes or so. So, got anyone on InfoSec streams? Nope. I'm playing this. Yeah, there is.
I don't
Cool.
know.
Alright, there's one other person playing this game, so I'm just going to raid them quick, and then I'll be back on in a bit to start up Mario World 2. Yoshi's Island, which is an awesome game, so cool. Hopefully see everyone in sort of half an hour, and then I'll catch you with another game. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye.